Hey, Owen here, and today I'm going to be building my first ever Gunpla kit, so bear with me, and it's Bandai's Master Grade Gundam EXIA. Before starting, I washed all the parts in warm soapy water with a splash of vinegar. I began by assembling the GN drive, and the parts went together easily. To bring out the detail in what looked like a fan, I painted it Humbrol 33 black, then dry brushed it Humbrol 56 aluminium. It looked as though you could mount a small LED light inside here, which could be a nice touch. The body was next to be assembled. All the joints are posable, as this is a master grade figure, or 1/100th scale, which makes it fun to position after building. For most of the parts I didn't use glue, but in places it was useful, like with this piece for example. I applied glue to the necessary parts once I had assembled and weathered the whole kit. I like how the sprues are coloured, as this means that people who aren't comfortable with painting or don't have much time can still end up with a pleasing looking model. Some of the parts were made from a translucent flexible material to mimic the GN particle streams. The hands had posable forefingers and thumbs, which was a nice touch. All of the parts fitted perfectly, and the detail on them was great. I'm really impressed by Bandai's moulding, probably some of the best I've ever seen. There are some really nice clear parts included with the kit, which have stickers to go under them to add detail. To prevent them from getting damaged, I didn't add the stickers until I had built and painted the whole model. The instructions were very clear and easy to follow, even though they were mostly written in Japanese. A variety of weapons are included, making the figure fun to customize. To give the model a less plastic look, I mixed Humbrol 33 black and 34 white to make a dark grey colour. I removed all of the coloured plastic parts and painted the grey pieces. The mixture was thinned to a ratio of roughly 1 part thinner to 5 parts paint. 3 coats were applied to get a consistent matte finish. See my video on how to brush paint scale models for more information. There's a link in the cards and in the description. Once this had fully dried, I reattached all of the coloured parts. I did an oil dot filter all over the model to make it look weathered. I dotted red, yellow, grey and white oil paint all over the figure, then brushed thinners over it. This created a dusty, streaked effect. In some places, I used a sponge to give a slightly different effect. I found that using less red and more grey and yellow achieved the best colour. By applying more thinners, I could make the effect subtler. I had to always bear in mind that this is a 1 to 100th scale model, so any imperfections I added had to be very small. I had to be very careful once this was complete, as the oil paints took a long time to dry. I also applied an oil dot filter to the weapons. Rather than water slide decals, this kit comes with a lot of stickers which I wasn't a fan of. Once you have positioned them, they can't be moved, and the paper they're printed on is quite thick. Also, I should have applied them before the dot filter so they were affected by the weathering. Dry transfer decals were also included, which I didn't have enough time to try out properly. My first few attempts went horribly wrong. I really didn't like this style of decal. As I haven't demonstrated applying them in this video, there's a link in the description to someone putting them on their model. After the weathering and application of the stickers, I glued a few parts in place to keep them secure. To make the weapons look more realistic, I sanded down the edges to make them sharper. Once this was done, they were sprayed with acrylic primer. After smoothing the primer with 1000 grit sandpaper, they were sprayed with 2 coats of Humbrol metal coat. Once dry, this was polished to give them a metallic sheen. The weapons were reassembled and attached to the now completed model. So overall, this was a really enjoyable kit to build. The moulding and the fit of the parts was some of the best I've ever seen. They just snapped together so easily, it was great, and then once you've built it, all the parts are posable, so you can stand it in different positions and make it look cool, and that's pretty fun. The stickers and the dry transfer decals I was not a fan of, but other than that I can't think of any negatives. But then obviously I haven't seen the original animated series, so I can't comment on the moulding's accuracy to the original suit. I think it's great for those people who don't like painting much, because even once just assembled, you've got something that looks decent. And then what you can do is go and apply a bit of weathering like I did to make it look a bit more realistic. And that's actually really fun. Obviously if you did paint it all properly, you would get a much better finish. And I wish I had done that, but I didn't have enough time, to be honest. I was rushing this one a bit. I really love making it though, and I would like to do another one where I have more time and do it to the best of my ability. I would recommend that modelers of all abilities check out these kits, because the moulding was brilliant and it was really fun to build. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed my first ever Gunpla video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.